Karen mad she won't get free stuff. For context, I work in a grocery store in Norway. I sit behind the register and this sweet-looking old couple comes and puts their stuff on the register so I can scan it. The old man goes and starts packing all the groceries in a bag. The old lady grabs a block of cheese from her purse. She gives it to me and says that she needs to return this and will be taking the one I just scanned for free. The cheese she gives me is 70% eaten and is covered in mold. I say that I don't think we can take this back because of the amount they had eaten and the fact that we have no proof they have stored it properly. She then gets mad and starts arguing that the expiration date is still in a couple of weeks and that it shouldn't get moldy that quickly and acts like it's my fault. She continues to demand a new one and refuse to listen to reason. Her husband, who has just stood there the whole time, starts to look uncomfortable and mad that she still insists on the goddamn cheese. After a while of arguing, she eventually gives up and pays. On her way out, she demands that I fish up the cheese that has been thrown in the trash and give it back to her. She has decided that since she couldn't get a free cheese, she is going to tell all her friends that the service is terrible and that they shouldn't come here anymore. After she leaves me and my manager just laughs about the sheer audacity of that lady and keep working. Keep in mind, this is one of the biggest chain of grocery stores in the country, and the store I work at also do pretty well because of tourists, so we will manage without her. Just a little fun story I thought I could share. Selling a used car. Karen is unbelievable. Background on car, 2010, under 100,000 miles, always garaged. She kept meticulous records of routine maintenance. It was serviced less than 2 months ago. Have my mother-in-law's car for sale. Posted a sign at the post office and the community board at the bank. The sign states to call to set up a viewing. No holds, cash only, first come, first served. Karen and Darren call, so we let them come over Sunday afternoon. We show them the maintenance records, they take it for a test drive. They return and ask if a buddy can take a look at it. I agree, telling them to have him come over now. However, the buddy couldn't make it then, so they ask if he can come over sometime Monday. I inform them that he can call me if the car is still available. I have no issue with him looking at it. As they leave, I reiterate that I'm not holding the car for anyone and will sell it to the first person with cash. Buddy never calls. We show the car on Monday afternoon and sell it. Today, Tuesday around 8 AM, Buddy calls and I inform him that the car is sold. Within the next 30 seconds, Karen calls, asking why I sold the car out from under them. I explain that Buddy never called yesterday and I remind her of the no holds policy. First come, first served with cash. She becomes irate, accusing me of breaking the law and threatening legal action. She threatens to involve the police and sue me. I politely end the call, wishing her a good day. Returning at lunchtime, I find numerous angry messages from her, escalating in hostility. Skipping to the last few, she threatens to set our garage on fire. I contact the police, who offer to handle it by either arresting her or issuing a citation to appear in court. Feeling unsafe, I opt for the citation. The police visit her and assure me that she will leave me alone, with a court date pending. At 2 PM, she leaves an apologetic message but also questions my decision to involve the police. By 2:12 PM, she asks to apologize in person and requests information about the buyer in hopes of persuading them to sell it to her. At 2:43 PM, she calls again, prompting me to warn her to stop calling or face police intervention. At 3:10 PM, she leaves another message, resorting to insults and threats towards me and my vehicles. Despite only one vehicle being visible during her visit, she mentions 3. I immediately contact the police, who are pursuing a warrant for her arrest. This situation is baffling and concerning. Update: she went before a judge at 1 PM. Karen was charged with malicious use of a telephone. It is a misdemeanor. She was fined $500, has to have a psychological evaluation within 30 days, and cannot contact me in any way or approach me or my property within 500 feet. Let's hope this is done. Karen remembers me after 8 years and is still mad. 8 years ago. It's been a while, so this is the basic outline of what happened. I was working at a supermarket. I finished my shift and just got into my car. I'm grateful for the habit of locking my car doors as soon as I get in because Karen tries to get into my car. I grabbed my phone to record. This Karen is well known in the store, rolled the window down a little, and basically asked her what she was doing. She claimed that I was her ride home, and it was part of my job. I refused and told her to go to the bus station at the end of the car park or take a taxi on the other side of the station. She wasn't happy with that and started hitting my car. I shouted, "I'm calling the police!" She ran away. Not long after that, I was called into the manager's office. Karen had lodged a complaint with head office about me not assisting her with loading her shopping into her car. I told them what really happened and provided the recording as proof. The manager then reviewed CCTV footage of the car park and found out Karen had been in the car park for a while, harassing others to get a lift home too. Today, my co-worker and I were at a client's office. Not long after our meeting started, we heard a very loud commotion from the other side of the office. Those we were meeting with went out to handle it. My co-worker and I were standing in the doorway of the meeting room and we could see and hear most of what was happening. An employee was being shouted at by her mother-in-law, Emil. Essentially, the MIL was loudly demanding that the employee quit her job, become a stay-at-home wife, and start having babies. As this MIL was being escorted out by security, they passed the meeting room, and I had a better look at the MIL and recognized her as Karen. She saw me and recognized me too. She started shouting that I'm the one who left her stranded, etc. I then explained what happened years ago to my co-worker and clients. Later, I found out that Karen had told the front desk that she was there to deliver lunch to the employee, which is how she managed to gain access and cause trouble for the employee.